Hello.
Hello,
What's your name and where are you from?
my name is Nicolas and I'm from Chile.
Okay, Nico. What have you learned on this course about teaching and why is that relevant to you?
About teaching, I have learned that as a profession it's a really important one, and I have been rethinking about it, the way that I do it and how that can affect my students a lot. I have also been thinking about the role that I have as a teacher, and that it actually is more like a facilitator more than somebody who stands up in front of the class and speaks and speaks and talks and talks. So I have been rethinking about the role of me as a teacher too, and of teaching in general. That it's a really complex process. There's a lot to think about, but you can always be better.
Okay. Um, what are a few important things that you have learned about teaching English on this course and why are they important to you?
About teaching English, well, I have refreshed a lot of, I have refreshed the fact that it's not easy to learn English. It's not easy to learn another language, and if you're going to do that, you really need love and you really need to show patience to your students, because uh, teachers forget about that. We are so used to using another language, in this case English, that we neglect that part, and sometimes we are not empathetic enough with our students. So and about teaching English in particular, that English is everywhere, and I think that we have to take advantage of that for our students to show them relevant and real material. So that is something that I have taken into consideration too.
Okay, interesting. I have another question for you. Are you planning on using what you've learned here back at home? What and how?
Oh, definitely. One of the most important things that actually happened to me, or have happened to me in this course, happened last Wednesday, and I want to just illustrate this, like the things I have learned with this example. I was teaching a PDP class, right, for a listening um, class, and which is a framework that I have really learned to appreciate and I have taken advantage of. Um, and in the post part, which is the part where students can relate the topic to their lives, which is also something that I really like about that framework, I gave students some time to think, which I didn't do before, or it was not so common in my practice. And I gave them some time. They were really thinking about the topic they share with their partners before they share it with the whole class. And after that, everybody participated. And that was awesome, because the class before that didn't happen. And when I changed that little thing to apply TPS, right, to let them think, pair, and then share before we had like a class discussion, that made such a big difference, and it was so visible. So I think that the things I'm taking with me are, of course, the frameworks like PDP, the notion of community, that also has a lot to do with TPS, and the notion of group learning that wasn't so strong in me before.
Okay, great. So, in conclusion, what have you learned about yourself as a teacher in this course so far? What has changed, deepened, appear, disappear in your teaching self?
In me as a teacher, as I was telling you before, that I am just a facilitator. That's the most important one. That as a teacher, I love connecting with my students, but that sometimes makes it a little bit about me. And I love to learn from them. That's true, but I also need to give them space and room for them to discover themselves and for them to share opinions with each other. And that is something that I have learned to value in this course. Also related with this concept of communities feedback, the importance of feedback, not only with me and my students, or my students and me also, but also with my colleagues. So that notion of growing together has been really important for me in general.
Interesting. Any closing thoughts or comments?
Um, Actually, the most important one is that I really appreciate how this course has given to me the opportunity to explore these notions more than push them or more than trying to really force them into me. It has given me the chance to explore and discover all these things that maybe I had within myself, but I hadn't seen them. And I'm really thankful for that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.